Hello.
Hi, welcome back. It's Ashley.
And Kevin.
This is the Two Death Podcast.
I'm glad you remember the name. I totally forgot.
It's literally right in front of you.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
All right, so what are we doing today?
This is a silly one.
Okay,
This is
good.
not a serious one.
All right.
It's a fraud one.
Oh, okay, so our producer is in the house, and our assistant director.
Oh, okay.
Our hype man, Mr. Data Potato. He's a husky.
Oh, and if you're on our YouTube page, they both got shorts done last night.
Oh, yeah.
So you can go see them.
Yes.
They're super cute. Nobi, for some reason, is super popular and has 200 views already. Data only got one.
It's all timing. YouTube is weird.
Oh my god.
It's
too bad this isn't a video.
Yeah, I know. I mean, we should be doing this now. He's being so cute.
He is.
Yeah.
Anyway.
All right. Anyways.
Sorry. They like to come out when we start recording. I think they know our attention is not solely on them.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So, yeah, this is a fraud one. It's actually... I started reading it and I was like, oh my god, this is so silly. But it's also really frustrating because all those right-wing people that always are like, oh, you can't give people welfare, they'll take advantage of it, you know?
Mm-hmm.
That's these people.
I see. So they're you're saying they're hypocrites, basically?
No, these people took advantage of the welfare system.
Oh, I see.
And it's frustrating because it's because of people like this
that
those people
I understand.
think the way they do.
I got you.
You know?
It just gives validity to the argument that there's that welfare is pure waste.
Yeah, and that sucks because a lot of people really need it.
Sure.
And these people were not one of those people that actually needed it.
Right. Okay, so these are welfare fraud people.
Yes, so we're going to be talking about Andrea and Colin Chisholm. So I got all of my information, which there wasn't a ton of information on this case, which made it kind of hard, but I got all my information from a article by the Daily Mail and then a Sun Sentinel article.
Okay.
So
you got your information from actual articles.
Yes.
That's good.
That is good.
All right.
So this is those are the only two places I could find really a lot of stuff on it. It's really weird. But so Colin and Andrea Chisholm, she's 54, he's 62. Okay. Older people.
Are they a couple?
Yeah.
Okay.
They're married.
Gotcha.
I think I have a picture of their little family. They have a kid, but his face is blurred out. His or her face is blurred out on the picture.
I'll get around to it.
But they're just a, normal... Not that.
Right.
That's them.
Mm-hmm.
I have a cute little dog that has a crown on. That's really cute.
That is cute.
And
actually
look at
has
the
doggy.
a whole little outfit.
Yeah, it's kind of... look at
That's pretty adorable.
It's kind of a bit much.
So the dog does not look happy about it.
Right. All right.
So that's them. They like to tell people that they were Scottish aristocrats.
Scottish aristocrats?
Yeah.
Really?
Mm-hmm. That's what they told people. That was later...
Like Scottish lords?
Yeah. Lords and ladies. That's what they called themselves.
Okay.
Uh-huh. Lord and Lady Chisholm.
All right. They watched a little bit too much Braveheart.
Yes, they did. But, it really wasn't hard to pull off for them because...
Lochlan, Monet, Craig. Anyways.
It wasn't hard to pull off for them because these people were loaded. They had a lot of money.
Oh, so they were already... they already had a bunch of money. They didn't... Okay.
No. They were living on a $1.2 million yacht in Palm Bay, which I believe is in South Florida.
All right.
If I'm not mistaken.
Sorry, I'm thirsty.
It's okay. So the Andrea, she was a Cavalier King Charles Spaniel breeder. And
was that what that dog was?
That's what that dog was.
Okay.
She was like a big breeder, big in that world. She used to show dogs, and one of their puppies got an award at the Westminster Dog Show.
All right, it's a Cavalier King Charles Spaniel.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
When I worked in the vet tech industry, we called them cavies.
Okay. So that's a thing. People know about these dogs.
Oh yeah, they're super cute, and I like them. I'm not a big small dog person, but I love these dogs because their temperament is so amazing.
Okay.
They're every King Charles...
that dog seemed to be tolerating being put in a tutu.
They tolerate...
And a what are those called? those
tiara.
Tiara, yeah.
They are very tolerant and they're super sweet. Like, I've never met one that was mean. They're all very like even kill, like chill dogs.
Yeah.
They're not hyper. They're always really chill. I do have a weird story about one if you want to hear it. Might as well. So when I was a vet tech, we had this one cavie, and she was from like a very pure bloodline, and so they were breeding her, and they bred her over and over. I kind of felt bad for her after a while because she had like that I know of. She had like 6 litters. Okay. And they would fly in the sperm from other places, from like these award-winning dogs, and we would have to inseminate her.
I see.
Her last litter, right? This dog was over having puppies. She did not want to have puppies anymore. This dog, she birthed, I think, like 5 puppies. And we had her, like, we would put her in this, like, kennel, and we had, like, this big fluffy bed, and, you know, we put her in there with her puppies.
Yeah.
We came back, like, 4 or 5 hours later to check on her.
Did she eat them?
She ate all her puppies.
Oh, I knew it. I knew you were going to say
every
that.
Every last one of them. It was the most shocking thing that's ever happened to me.
Oh my God, that's awful.
She was like, guys, I'm done.
Okay,
and when I tell you I'm done, I'm done.
Let's not, I'm not going to go and ask details about the dead puppy story. Nobody wants to hear that. I don't want to hear that. I do have questions, but I think it's okay for them to go unanswered.
Needless to say, they spayed her after that. She had no more puppies.
Right.
Good for her.
Probably for the best.
She was like, I'm going to show you guys. I don't want to have these puppies.
Yeah. Yeah, make me have more puppies.
Mind you, these puppies, to buy these puppies, they're like probably like $4,000 or $5,000 puppies.
Holy schmoly!
Because they were like very pure bloodline. She had been a show dog.
So she
had
ate
won a
like
lot of awards.
$25,000 in puppies.
Yes. Who knows? Maybe something was wrong with them. I don't know. Who knows? But anyways, that was one of my experiences with Cavalier King Charles Spaniels. Anywho,
right.
Getting back to
so this was supposed to be lighthearted, and now we're already talking about
dead puppies,
eating puppies alive. I think this is what
I didn't see it happen, but it happened.
Great.
It was terrible.
Great. Way to keep it light.
Sorry. So, the Chisholms, they moved to South Florida from Minnesota in 2004. So that was the same year they began collecting welfare benefits. They applied just before leaving Minnesota, and they managed to collect welfare, food stamps, and health benefits from the state. Even though they were living in so they were collecting it from Minnesota, even though they went to Florida and were living there completely. They were collecting that stuff from the state of Minnesota. Not great.
I don't understand that. Like, you can't get like certain college loans and stuff because of income, but yet these people were able to. I mean, did they just lie?
Yeah, I think so. I think they just completely didn't. They didn't put their true income, which kind of surprised me. They were able to do this. All
right. So when did this happen?
That's what I was looking for. So this was in like. Their trial was in 2015, so I think this was around 2012.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. No, 2005 is when they first applied. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So they applied for that in Minnesota and they got granted it, which I don't know. That stuff is really hard to get. Like I thought
that's what I was thinking.
You had to like verify work stuff. They must have just completely faked all this. I don't know how they did this.
I don't know.
So, Colin Chisholm, at the time when he was collecting welfare from the state of Minnesota, told investors that he was trying to get to invest in his broadcasting company, that he already had a net worth that was $97 million.
That's what he told investors.
Yes.
Okay.
That his little like broadcasting network was all worth that.
Right, right.
$97 million.
Yeah. Obviously, it wasn't.
Obviously not. Well, or was it? I don't know.
I don't think so.
Because they had all this like nice stuff.
It sounds like he's just lying to investors.
It's possible. So he ended up collecting, at the time telling these investors this, he at the time collected $167,000 in welfare and other benefits.
Good God.
All the meanwhile, both of them were living in this $1.2 million yacht in South Florida.
Right. They had assets.
Oh, they had assets.
Yeah.
A lot. Like I said, this lady bred these dogs. These are not cheap dogs.
Right.
And she showed them. Like, showing dogs is an expensive hobby to have.
I could only imagine.
Like, it's so expensive. So
you have to have dogs, and then you have to have dog trapeze, right?
Dog trapeze.
Like, isn't that what they do? Like, they have the dogs like go on like the swings and like swing over like gaps.
You're thinking about agility contest.
Oh yeah.
Competitions.
Yeah, when they have like the dogs like go up and like through the tunnels. And,
that's agility competitions. Oh. These were not agility dogs.
Is that not what a dog show is?
No, a dog show is just where they bring them out and they judge them on how they look.
That's it?
Yeah, they don't do anything. They just literally judge them on their breed standard.
Been misinformed.
You've never watched the Westminster Dog Show?
No, all I've seen dog shows are on TV. Are these like when they have the dogs that run up the ramps and they go through the tunnels and they have to do like jump over the hurdles and such?
No, that's agility.
Oh,
totally different things.
Well, I like those.
Yeah, those are cool.
Yeah.
That's what I was saying. I think it'd be fun to get Data to do agility. Although he's very clumsy.
Oh, he's not the most coordinated dog. He's fast.
He's fast.
He's a good dog. He's a good boy.
You could do agility, buddy. I know you could. But
so it's expensive to have these dog shows. Why? Why is it expensive? You just have to have a dog come out and like have people look at it.
True, but you're traveling everywhere to have this done. You have to be able to...
If your dog is in a show.
If your dog is in the show.
I thought you were saying like this person hosted their own dog show.
No.
Oh, okay.
They participated in the dog show
see.
with their cavies, their King Charles Cavalier Spaniels.
Okay, so they're going around the country.
Yeah, going to dog shows, and it's expensive. You have to like...
I thought she had like a little dog circus in her backyard.
Oh, no.
Where people were coming and they were like doing tricks.
No.
Okay. No. So I'm glad we got that cleared up.
Yeah. So one of her puppies actually won at the Westminster Dog Show, which is like the biggest dog show ever. And these people take this really seriously, these dog shows. So you've never watched Best in Show?
No.
Oh, I kind of need you to watch that. It's a comedy. It's hilarious. It's about dog shows.
It's a movie?
Yeah, it's a movie.
Okay. I've seen like the Saturday Night Live skit, I think, about Mr. Bojangles. The little Chihuahua dog or whatever.
Oh, really? I haven't seen that.
Okay, Will Ferrell's like in like a bowl cut, like wig and sunglasses, and I don't know. They just have dogs. It's like a dog show.
Okay.
Thing. It was a thing in the 90s. Anyways, back to the Lord and Savior. Lord and Lady fraudsters.
So these two, they primarily lived in Minnesota, but they spent more than like a 2-year stint in Florida.
Yeah.
They admitted to working together to illegally collect food stamps, Medicare, and welfare, despite having more than $3 million stashed in bank accounts.
Damn. So they had assets and cash.
Yes.
So these people were like rich, and they were just collecting welfare just to pay for all their regular stuff.
It's so weird. Like, why would you even think about doing that when you had this much money?
I mean, they're because they're assholes.
So they got benefits in Minnesota, then they got benefits in Florida. They were getting benefits in both states simultaneously, which is not supposed to happen. So they, in total, like I think I said this earlier, but like in total they collected more than $167,000.
You're lying
in
and
public
cheating
assistance.
just to take advantage and resources from a system that's set up specifically to help people when they're down and out. It's really awful.
It's terrible, and I mean they collected $167,000 over a 7-year period.
Yeah.
And that this like
that's
money figure, it doesn't include the amount they collected in Florida. That was just in Minnesota.
Just Minnesota, right? So I mean, at least I'd say double it, maybe, right? So
I would think so.
Yeah. So over over $250,000 in stolen welfare money.
It's so these people. Yeah. It's terrible. So, it says more than $1 million flowed through accounts that this guy controlled as a part of the company he had.
Mm-hmm.
So he just like, you had all this money. So they, this couple, they were living with.
You could say that it's smart, but you're just being an asshole. You're
just
stealing
being assholes.
from people who need the money much more than you do.
Absolutely. So they were living with. I like this article calls her Lady Chisholm.
Lady Chisholm.
They were living with her mother in Minneapolis when they first applied for welfare.
They're Scottish royalty, I forgot.
Yes, which they are not.
Mm-hmm.
So they were living with her mom in 2005 when they first applied. So, however, along the next 2 years, they resided in their yacht on their yacht in Florida, and later they had a beach property in Florida, none of which they ever declared.
Okay.
Right. Of course. In 2007, they came back to Minnesota from Florida and filled out more forms for benefits.
Wow.
In 2008, they moved into a luxury home in Deep Haven with Andrea's grandparents. So I don't know if they were the ones paying for this luxury home or her grandparents were. I'm assuming it was them, though. So her grandpa died in February 2009 at the age of 94. And by September of that year, Eloise, his wife, and the Chisholms were evicted from their home. So I don't know if they actually did need that money.
I'm just wondering if they have all this money, why are they getting evicted?
I don't know. It says they immediately moved to another home in the same town on Lake Minnetonka.
Okay.
With a stunning waterfront view.
So the healing waters of Lake Minnetonka?
Yes.
From the Prince episode?
Yeah, I know. That is like immediately what I thought of when I read that. I was like, oh my god, this is what Dave was talking about.
Yeah. I want to go in the healing waters of Lake Minnetonka.
And they had stunning waterfront views.
And pancakes.
That's so funny.
Oh, I really want pancakes. That sounds so good right now.
Pancakes do sound good.
Right?
So the home that they bought was built in 1909, had 6 bedrooms, 5 bathrooms, and was 5,800 square feet.
God damn.
It was on 1.6 acres.
All right.
So like, they got evicted from that other home, but they went and bought this home?
I don't understand,
good God. So none of these things were declared on welfare forms.
Right.
Nor was the fact that Andrea Chisholm had the power of attorney and controlled the finances of her elderly grandmother. Under state guidelines, so they eventually, obviously, the states figured this out.
Yeah.
Because, duh.
We'll hear talking about this, so they got caught. Yeah.
So I'm just like, I don't know why these people did this. Like, I don't know what they never said their like intention, like why they were doing this.
Yeah, I don't know. It sounds like maybe that was their grandparents' property, and they just defaulted on the mortgage or whatever. Just stopped making payments on it.
Yeah,
probably wasn't theirs. Like whatever, we're not paying on this, and that's why they just stayed there as long as they could for free or whatever, without making payments, and then moved.
Yeah, I
don't know.
It almost makes me wonder if it was like a. See, they had all this cash though. They had like $3 million, right? It's
right.
Like.
Well, it seems to be their MO here is they have money, but they take advantage. They're acting like they don't have money. They're taking advantage of welfare systems. They're not paying their mortgage. They're just.
They just want to live for free.
Yeah, they want to have their cake and eat it too.
Good God.
Yeah.
So. When they got caught, the state said that they normally would have just been sentenced to probation, right? But they kind of wanted to make an example of these people, right? The state, because the crime was a major economic offense. Why did I say it like that?
I don't know.
I like immediately when I said that, I was like, why did I say it like that? That was weird.
Right.
But it was. The state said it was, in quote, particularly egregious.
Right.
Which it was.
I mean, seems to be Like I said, I mean, you're taking money out of the hands of people who generally need it, and people like you're saying already don't have really positive feelings about some of these systems to begin with,
I know.
because people, they feel like poor people are taking advantage of it, and here we are, these people who have plenty of money, they just want free lunch too.
Right. We don't talk about the
Like assholes,
these people
hypocrites, and
trying to take
assholes.
it, take advantage of it. So, one of the prosecutors who was taking this case asked the judge to. Are you okay?
I'm fine.
He asked the judge for both of these people to serve jail time because he was like, normally this would just be a probation case, but nah, we want these people in jail.
Normally they just send people to Lake Minnetonka to sit in the healing waters. Sorry.
You're so silly. So the judge agreed and was like, yeah, these people need to serve some jail time. So authorities announced their search. So when they announced that they were going to press charges, these people bailed.
Oh, really?
They bounced, yeah.
Okay.
They announced that they were going to search for these people after they vanished from their $1.6 million waterfront mansion.
Uh-huh.
Oh, they were just renting that, though. See, they were just renting.
That's what I was wondering. Okay, so I was wondering how much of their money is real.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering, too. I wished I could have found more about this.
Yeah.
Like, I had such a hard time finding really much.
You didn't do a detective operation and sleuth to the bottom of every detail?
I should have.
While also working as a full-time nurse.
I know.
And mom person.
And mom person.
Yeah.
I literally tried to find so much about this, but I kept I have noticed.
I mean, you do usually find a good amount of detail in the stories.
I have noticed that, especially in this case, I was like, oh, there's a lot of articles on this. And then when I went to go look at the articles, you don't.
Yeah.
And when I went to go look for the articles, they're the same articles, just in different places.
Right.
They're the exact same things,
Yeah.
though. It's like, oh, this is frustrating. So.
There's no movie?
No movie. This should be a Lifetime movie, though.
I mean.
Lifetime.
Yeah.
I'm sure it will be. Oh, I'm sure they'll make a movie about this. This is a good storyline.
You just go watch Braveheart. Same thing.
Yeah?
Yeah. Just lords and ladies.
Same thing. So they defrauded people for welfare in Braveheart?
If I really wanted to put a lot of mental energy into to stretching from A to B in that one, I'm sure I could figure out something. All right, so there was welfare in a sense because the queen's or the princess or whatever played by Sophie Marceau, she made sure that the king left gold and such where the people were being attacked. Like, she was trying to be nice about it. Like, yeah, we just ransacked your village and killed your guys and did all the pillaging and stuff, but here's some money for the people, the children hurt by the war. So there was welfare in it from the state.
Okay.
And I bet you that money did not go to the children. The Scots probably just bought a bunch of Scottish ale with it.
Okay.
And probably some dope bagpipes, maybe some horses. So, I mean, there could be some welfare and fraud.
There you go. I mean...
I haven't seen that movie in too long.
So we're basically telling the story of Braveheart.
Yeah, it's basically Braveheart.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's what we should title this episode. Basically Braveheart.
And Logan Roy is in it.
Oh, Succession's coming tomorrow.
Yes.
I'm so excited.
Yeah. What season is it? 3?
Season...
Or 4? Which one is it?
3.
It is 3. That's what I thought.
And it's the last one.
It's okay.
They're done.
Yeah, he played William Wallace's uncle, Argyle.
That's so funny. He's such a good... Oh, he's so good.
You don't speak Latin. And little boy Wallace is like, no. He's like, well, that's something I'll have to remedy then. And then that's pretty much all you see of Uncle Argyle.
Oh.
I think he has an eye patch.
I can see that. Oh, Logan Roy.
Yeah.
He's so good.
Logan Roy being the character, basically he's like the owner of Fox News, kind of pretty much.
He's supposed to kind of be Rupert Murdoch.
Right, yeah.
Is who he's supposed to be.
But
it's loosely based.
Yes, but instead of being Australian, he is Scottish. Rupert Murdoch, I believe, is Australian.
Oh, okay.
Or was he British? He's either British or Australian. One of those Englishy accents.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I love. Oh, and who's his brother played by? Forget it. I'm like blanking on his name.
Logan Roy's brother?
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't have an accent at all. James Cromwell.
Yeah, James Cromwell. Oh my God, he's so good in that too.
He is good in that.
He's so old though.
He is so old in that. He looks much older than what was his name in Star Trek First Contact?
No, I don't know. But
why can't I think of it?
I know you're the Star Trek person.
I do love that movie, and I am a huge Next Generation fan for sure. Pretty much starts and stops mostly there. I do Picard. This season of Picard is good. The other two were fine. This one's actually really good.
Picard, yeah, the season is really intense.
Yeah.
Excited to see where that is going.
Zephram Cochrane.
Zephram Cochrane.
Which is a hell of a name. Zephram Cochrane.
Okay.
Yeah. He made Warp Drive, played by James Cromwell.
Yes.
And he also was the pig guy.
So,
Babe.
if you haven't, yes, that'll do, pig.
Yes.
That'll do.
He says that'll do, pig, right?
Yes.
That's him.
That's him.
Yeah.
That's him.
That's what people know him by.
Yes, it is.
Yes.
You're correct. Poor guy. He's like.
He's fine. I'm sure he's okay with that.
He is. He's like an environmental activist too.
He
He's
is.
like
Yeah,
a
he
big
is.
activist.
I was about to say he's a method actor, but yes, that too.
Mm-hmm. But if you haven't watched Succession, it's amazing. Go watch it.
It is really good.
It's a little hard to get into at first because it is a little slow, but it's really good.
I like that. I like slow character development at the beginning of stuff.
Well, my parents didn't like it.
They
tried to watch it and they were like, eh.
Well, people have different opinions.
Yeah.
I see, I like the first Lord of the Rings movie because it was all the slower character development and stuff. I like that. I liked the first, I forgot, something else. Damn it. But anyways, I do like the slower development, when you're learning about the backstory of these people and that kind of thing.
And why they are how they are.
Right.
Yeah. I agree. I like it too.
It's not about the end. It's about the journey, right?
Right. So...
Usually the ends of shows suck.
Yeah, you're right. They do. Notoriously, they suck.
Yeah. Some are good.
Breaking Bad was good.
Breaking Bad ended good.
Dexter was terrible.
Dexter wasn't great.
And I didn't watch we didn't watch the new season.
There's a new season of Dexter? It's already out?
Yeah, it's been out for like a year, I think.
Damn, speaking of murder and stuff, yeah.
Right.
Okay, we should watch that.
We
put all the time into watching all that other one.
I was so mad at Dexter.
He became a lumberjack.
He did, and that's what it's about.
Preposterous.
I know. So, anyway, these people, they bounce, right? So the state of Minnesota was looking for them.
Right. Manhunt style, right? Dogs and chains. And
all of it.
Yeah.
They finally found them in the Bahamas.
Oh.
With their young son.
They had the dogs and chains barking all the way across the ocean?
I guess they were able to find him. I was kind of surprised they found him in the Bahamas as well.
I'm just picturing them. There's in the little Florida boats, and they're just skimming around the Gulf with their dogs.
Right.
Although I don't think dogs can smell through the water. I think
No.
that's specifically why people would hide in the water, to hide from the dogs.
The dogs, yeah.
I think that's the wade in the water thing from the slave, the Underground Railroad.
Oh.
You guys don't. Yeah, you probably don't know anything about that. You grew up in the South and went through that education system. You probably don't know too much about how.
I mean, a little.
Yeah, I'm not an expert by any stretch of the imagination. I was a little kid in the suburbs of Michigan. I was like, "What is this?" I'm like, "All right," and we learned about it. In retrospect, it's like, "Oh my god, that's just crazy."
Oh my god, I don't know why when you said this is reminding me of it. If there are any Real Housewives of Atlanta fans,
you know it. No, I haven't seen it
out there. So.
Is that the one Frasier's wife?
No.
Okay.
This is Atlanta. So the cast of Atlanta is primarily African American women.
Oh, okay, right. I do know that.
There was one white chick named Kim. She was in there for a little bit, but we don't talk about Kim. But anyway,
I was just about to say that.
Really? Yeah, we don't talk about her.
Yeah.
There was this girl that came in. Her name's Portia. She's like.
That's not Frasier. The
No,
Portia, isn't that
Camille.
Camille? I
She
remember
was in Beverly Hills.
Okay, all right. I'm sorry.
Don't get it mixed up.
I'm sorry.
She was in Beverly Hills.
It was some kind of weird name.
Yeah.
Camille and Portia.
Portia is in Atlanta. Her grandpa was actually apparently a big civil rights activist.
Like in the 60s or whatever?
Yeah, like very famous. I did not catch his name.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, Portia comes in. It's like her first season to be on Real Housewives of Atlanta.
Yeah.
I promise the story's going somewhere.
I believe it.
So they're like going to do this like tour of this. It was like a historical place, and that had to do with the Underground Railroad. And she admitted, this girl whose grandpa was a civil rights activist admitted that she thought the Underground Railroad was an actual railroad.
I was about to say, don't do the Family Guy thing.
She did.
Oh my God.
She thought that it was an actual railroad. And like the other girls in this cast were like...
Could not believe what...
They were actually like very offended that she actually didn't know enough about it.
Not only that, but was like a descendant of, like you were saying, like an iconic figure.
Can you imagine her grandpa? Like, I don't know that he was like alive when that happened.
Listen, I don't know any of these people to be able to cast judgment, but it seems like it's a failure of her parents. Yeah?
Maybe. I don't know. Because it's like, why would you not know that? Or maybe she just didn't want to know and didn't care enough to... I don't know. So sorry, Portia, if you're out there listening.
Because the Family Guy, they're trying to sell this mansion. He's trying to say like it had a lot of like historical value, and he just like lifts the floorboards in one of the rooms, and like there's like a little like model train thing and going in a circle under the floor, and it's like choo choo choo, and it's going, and he's like, look, the Underground Railroad, and the prospector person's like, are you fucking kidding me? So anyways, it was.
Oh my God. Yeah. So.
And I swear I watched that episode with somebody, and they're like, I actually did think it was under a rail. I'm like, I swear somebody said that to me. Like, I'm not surprised that people think it's a literal railroad, but I mean, that'd be a hell of a technological feat for the time.
Right? Like, just this
they were figuring out
railroad that no one knew about?
They're trying to get regular railroads going. Right?
Exactly. So that's what
let alone subterranean, like, railroad systems. Specifically designed to free slaves.
Right.
The economics and engineering of that is just mind-boggling.
Crazy.
Yeah.
So these people got apprehended in the Bahamas.
Yes.
They had their son with them, and they
took the wrong railroad.
They took the wrong railroad. So they were extradited to Florida and arrested that night while exiting the Bahama Express, a ferry that runs twice a day in the Everglades.
Same thing.
Their son and dog were picked up by a family member.
Their son and dog?
Their son and dog.
Okay.
Like they had both their dog and their son with them.
Okay. So is the son also going down for these crimes? Or?
No, he was like a kid.
Oh, he was a kid in the picture.
Yeah, he was like a child.
Yeah, he's the one. No. He has a really blurry face.
Yes, doesn't he?
Yeah, poor kid. You think with all that money they'd try and fix his face.
So yeah, he was obviously kind of a victim in this too. I mean, he had to lose his parents for a little bit, had to go stay with somebody else. Like, that kind of sucks. All because that they needed to be greedy. So they had told benefit workers that they had no money, is basically what they put on their applications, that they were broke.
Destitute.
But at the same time, Chisholm told his investors, like we were talking about, that he had $97 million in assets.
Right.
So, and we talked about Andrea Chisholm. She owned that dog breeding company and produced award-winning Cavalier King Charles Spaniels.
Yes.
So that's a pretty lucrative business to have going on.
If it's working, granted.
Yeah. So they were...
if your dogs are all eating each other.
Oh, God, yeah. That was terrible.
Then you're not going to be able to sell them.
I'm trying to, like... This whole time I've been trying to think of that dog's name, and I cannot think of that dog's name. It'll come to me at some point. Okay. So in 2015, they were both... Lord Chisholm was sentenced to 21 months in prison. That's a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, it doesn't seem like that long, but it's over a year just sitting in prison for doing what... Ugh. So it came out... his wife was given a year behind bars for her lesser role in the scheme. Mm-hmm. That's what they said.
As the pattern continues.
Yeah, and...
the wife in these things always gets the lesser.
I've noticed that, too. They did all... I didn't write it down here, but I did read that they were able to.
Well, how long did he get?
He got 21 months.
He got. Oh, so not even
and
2 years.
Yeah,
oh, okay.
and she got a year.
Oh, okay.
But they were able. The judge did let them. Because after I just said that about that little boy not having parents, so the judge was nice enough to let them serve their sentences like one after another, so that the kid didn't have to go into like the foster care system, or they didn't have to find someone else to care for them.
Yeah.
So at least that was nice.
I mean, it's good considering he was born without a face.
You're so stupid. Oh my god. So that was that story. Like I said, it's kind of silly and lighthearted, but I thought it was like,
It's not.
come on, guys.
It's lighthearted, I guess, relative to murdering and
Yeah.
keeping children in tents in your backyard, chained to poles or whatever.
Yes.
So
very
I guess so.
lighthearted.
Compared to that,
Yeah.
it's pretty much an episode of Seinfeld.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, and we talked about all kinds of stuff. We talked about Succession,
Yes.
Real Housewives of Atlanta,
Braveheart.
Braveheart, and I almost, you know what? I'm gonna go for it.
What?
So
Oh God.
that reminded me when they were saying that.
What about Taylor Swift?
No. Oh God! Don't even. Yeah, sorry. My very dear husband has had to tolerate me going through the stages of denial about not having tickets to the Taylor Swift show in Houston.
Yes, I think it's the stages of grief.
Okay.
Right?
Stages of grief. Yes, you're right.
And denial is one of them.
Oh yeah, you're right. The
Yeah.
stages of grief, and I think I'm coming out of denial.
Just anger, right?
Yeah,
That's the tough one.
I've had that one a little bit.
Yeah. There's like, I forget. There's like 5 stages of grieving, right? I think denial is the first one.
Denial, bargaining.
Oh yeah, bargaining is one. Oh yeah, you've been doing a lot of bargaining.
I'm doing a lot of that.
Yeah.
Denial.
I think you're past denial. I still think you're bargaining.
Yeah.
I haven't seen you get really mad about it yet.
I'm internally mad about it.
Yeah.
Especially when I hear about people going to shows that don't even like Taylor Swift. I want to kill somebody.
Yeah, I get it. You know, these things happen.
You know what? It could, I'm going to wait till the week before they say that tickets are going to drop.
And we'll see.
So we'll see.
We'll see.
I don't know. If not, you're going to hear me be very sad about it.
That's after anger, I believe. That's acceptance.
Sadness.
Acceptance, right? Isn't that kind of...
Acceptance is the last stage.
Right, but isn't that... Or is there like a sad part before the...
I don't remember.
Those are kind of the same. Like, once you accept it, like, isn't that the kind of the same? Like, you submit to the sadness of the grief.
I think so.
I don't know. Maybe, if not, I'm sure 4 and 5 kind of blend together. I don't remember. All right.
So yes, this is happening in my head right now.
Right.
All
So
of it.
okay. So you were not thinking of Taylor Swift.
No, I was not gonna say
what
that.
were you? What were you gonna say?
Well, because we were talking about them serving their sentences like one after another, so their kid
Oh, okay.
didn't have to
Yeah.
be without parents. That also happened in Real Housewives of New Jersey.
Is that the one with Frasier's wife?
No.
Okay.
His ex-wife
Beverly
is on
Hills.
Beverly Hills. I'm talking about New Jersey. And
90210.
Teresa and Joe Giudice, or Giudice, however you want to say it.
What?
They got... Oh, I should do them! Oh
For
my
what?
god. This episode coming soon.
Oh God, what?
They got arrested for, fraud. They were, defrauding a bunch of
I
people.
thought somebody murdered somebody.
No. They weren't murdered. They were charged in a fraud scheme, and it was so bad that they actually extradited him or kicked him out of the U.S., sent him back to Italy.
Frasier?
No, why are you thinking of Frasier? Joe Giudice.
Joe Dirt? Joe Jack? Joe Jack?
No, Joe Giudice. They sent him back to Italy.
From Orange County, I think. It's Jack Black. And, the cops are interviewing him. It's like, what was his name? Joe Jack?
That movie's so fast.
It's been so long.
Why did you take your pants off? So I could run faster through the flames.
Yes.
It's a good movie.
I need to watch. It's been like 20 years since I've seen
It has Tom Hanks' son in it.
That's right, it does. Yep.
Yep.
Colin Farrell.
No, but yes. Colin Hanks.
That's it.
But yeah, that was my story. I don't know. It was a short one, but I thought it was a silly one.
It was a good one.
It was a good one.
Well,
The Lord and Lady caught my attention
Yeah,
when I was
yeah.
looking for stuff. I was like, huh,
so
this is
why
interesting.
did they call them? Why? What was the grift about them of them being Scottish? They just wanted to feel good about
I
themselves.
think they just wanted the notoriety of being called that.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Mm.
Doesn't seem like there was actually anything to do with that.
Okay.
in
They
the
just
front.
wanted to be royalty.
Yeah, they're like, look, you can invest in us. We're lords and ladies.
We could be royals.
Oh God, I forgot about that song.
I am Lord. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I am Lord. La, la, la. And isn't that Sia doing all her part
In the South Park. Yes.
Yes.
Not this actual song Royals, but
No,
yes.
in the South Park.
I am Lord. No, yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, that's actually Trey Parker or whatever. But yes, the singing after Randy Marsh does the auto tune and it turns into a good voice. Yes, that's Sia,
Yeah.
who apparently does a ton of people's actual like singing and songwriting.
Yeah, I recently found out that Jennifer Lopez don't really sing her songs.
She doesn't sing them at all. Like
No.
she actually has somebody
Yeah.
else actually do the singing. It's not
Yeah.
like just corrected like digitally or some crap
No,
like that.
I think she actually
Has
had
a different
people
human
sing
being.
her songs. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean she was never really a singer though.
But she tried to be one.
She was a dancer.
I know, but
She was a fly girl.
why didn't she just stick to that?
Oh, I mean she had larger aspirations. She had a few hits, didn't she?
Yeah, that she didn't sing.
Right.
That's the whole thing now.
That's
Is
true.
that girl came out, like this girl came out and was like, yeah, that's
I'm
my
actually
voice.
Jennifer Lopez. Yeah.
That's actually my voice. And
Right.
I am not Jennifer Lopez.
Mm.
Sorry. So,
Yikes.
yeah.
That's Milli Vanilli, right? That's the same thing.
Yeah. I think so, right? That's
Yeah.
what happened to him?
I believe it was two people. I think it was a group of two guys in the 80s.
Oh.
And it was like a pop R&B type band or something like that. It was weird. I don't know what it was, but it wasn't them actually doing the singing or performing. It was like it was actually like 5 people.
Interesting.
Yeah, like a group of actual
Singers.
that didn't have the camera friendliness of these two people that looked like, they looked like models, right?
Right.
Yeah, just like, kind of like Jennifer Lopez, but she could actually dance. So could these people, I guess. But
Yeah.
anyways,
That sucks.
yeah, people just lying about being talented.
Which is why Taylor Swift is so amazing. She writes her own songs and is
Wow,
Very
she
good.
does what like almost everyone used to do
exactly.
in like the 50s
But no
and
one does
60s
it
and
now.
70s and 80s, unless you're Milli Vanilli, and a lot of 90s too. Now everything is just ripped off.
Mm-hmm.
It's somebody else is writing it.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what Garth Brooks did for a long time.
Bringing it back to Atlanta, Real
I love
Housewives.
Garth Brooks, but he didn't. I don't think he wrote like any of his hits.
Yeah, probably not. A lot of country people do not write their songs.
I'd like to think that the older country people did, like
Perhaps.
the George Straits and I know Willie Nelson did. He had to write his own songs.
Probably. I mean, I would think so.
I hope those people did. But yeah.
One of the housewives on Atlanta wrote the song "No Scrubs" for TLC.
Like the lyrics?
Uh huh.
Oh, really?
Wrote the lyrics.
They didn't write the lyrics of that?
No.
Oh, damn.
That was Candy from Real Housewives of Atlanta. She wrote "No Scrubs."
Or she just saying that?
No, she actually got credited on their album for writing it.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
I see. You just assume that people write their own music. They don't.
Yep. She was actually that girl Candy. She was in a girl band, like a girl group in the '90s, and I forget what they're called now.
Like a rock group or like an R&B thing?
Oh, I think it's like an R&B kind of
Okay.
thing, kind of like Destiny's Child.
That kind of deal. Gotcha.
Yeah, I forget
Like
what
a-
their name was though.
Who was the one? Oh God, before them with like T-Boz and Left Eye.
TLC.
TLC. That's right. Yeah.
T-Boz, Left Eye, and Chili.
That's right.
TLC.
That's right.
Yeah.
They were good.
I love TLC.
Yeah. Their main hit was not my favorite song by them though. The Waterfall song was fine, Don't Go Chasing Waterfalls. It was a cool song. It's a jam, but like they had some other ones that I thought that were better. I don't know.
My favorite song by them was Creep.
Yeah, that one's good.
Yeah.
That one's a good. Yeah,
Oh, so good.
yeah.
I just remember my mom buying me that TLC CD from Sam's,
Mm-hmm.
but it was the edited version of it.
Sure.
And the first time I heard the unedited versions of those songs, I was like, what? Those weren't the real versions?
Right. They weren't singing about gummy bears? I don't know what they edited.
It's funny, too, because I had the edited version of Still Dre.
Half the song must be, like, just bleep.
Of the Chronic out, like the the Dr. Dre, the Chronic or whatever.
Yeah.
I had the edited version of that from Sam's too, and it was so bad.
Was there Chronic? There was like the Chronic, and there was like the Chronic 2002 or something. I don't remember.
Yeah, I think this was the 2002 or something.
Something like that.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
But it had Still Dre on it, and I was like, oh my god.
I was never really like a huge rap person, but I really do like Bone Thugs and Harmony.
Oh, we saw Bone Thugs, and they were a million hours late to their show.
They showed up at 1 a.m.
And the show was supposed to be done at like midnight.
Yeah.
Like the venue had to actually stay open later to accommodate them not showing up.
Yeah, and they performed for about 40 minutes, 45 minutes, and
They were good. They were really good.
they're extremely talented.
It was an amazing show, but good God, did we have to wait forever?
Yeah.
And the venue was kind of scrambling to like
get
figure
people
stuff.
exactly. You could tell like people like were on stage like rapping, and they were like kind of looking around like they didn't really know what they were doing. Like they were just finding people that I think they were just finding people in the crowd that could rap.
Yeah. So
at that point,
if you're ever gonna go see Bone Thugs, it is okay to show up 3 hours late to that show because they ain't gonna be there.
Do not
for a
worry
while.
about being on time.
Nope.
Don't stress being on time. Yeah.
Go have dinner.
East 1999 ain't on time.
Go take a shower, put on your PJs, just show up in your PJs at 1 because that's when they're showing up. So,
Yeah.
life advice.
Yeah, I don't know if you want to wear pajamas, but
I was,
yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying.
Right. It's going to be late.
It's going to be late. Well, all right, guys. It was fun. Now next week, back to murder.
All right. More murder.
Okay. Well, till next time. Bye.
Bye.